Welcome back to this Rayman 3 series that we're doing, which is the Glitchless run, doing the game as intended. And this time we're in the Bog of Murk. Last time we were in the Clearly Forest, and we basically went through the whole level, traversed all the levels, as I was about to say, and we beat our first boss, which is quite a fun boss, as we saw. With, after beating Master Cag, the hoodlum on top of the Stomper or the Crusher, whatever you want to call it, I'm not actually sure of the name. We used that thing. It's not very descriptive, I know, but there we are. We used that Crusher to pulverize the pretty much the hoodlums, and we had some funny commentary in the background. And then we went to the doctors to see what the solution to Glitchless's problem from swallowing the black lung, which is Andre, and how to basically rectify the problem. So let's go into the Bog of Murk and see our next boss, which is Bog Of Murk. If I can say it right, yes I did, pretty much. And she's a witch, and we have to fight her. So let's go see and go into that area now, this world, the Bog of Murk. So, you can't blame Bog Of Murk, stutter her name, for the fact that she was quite aggressive to the fact that Rayman dropped down to the toilet when she was in the toilet or the laboratory, whatever. Quite amusing. This level is slightly different because it's got a lot of water, and in the water, which is hidden, unless you go in it for a few seconds, you'll notice there's piranhas, and we know that piranhas eat pretty much anything that's in their section in the water. So if we are in there for too long, the piranhas will actually eat Rayman and kill him. So let's free this cage, which gives us another power up. Actually, let's go see what this power up is on the mushroom. I don't know if you've noticed in the previous parts, and you will in other parts in the future of this game, there's little one line, a couple of lines from the Tinsy. I'm just going to go brush my teeth, some things that they're about to do. So we've got a new power up. Remember, it's the superpowers trophy, so you have to collect all the superpowers and use them to unlock the trophy and do it. So what we need to do is, this is a helicopter or a copter power up, and this is limited like all power ups, so we just use this, fly, and we can get a good amount of height. You can land on this bridge, or you can hover over to this frog, which, as you will probably realise if you've played the game, it is actually Glitchless. Yeah, this frog is actually Glitchless because Bog Of Murk. I'm laughing because I'm struggling to say her name. It's a very hard name. It shouldn't be that hard, but I sometimes struggle with some names like that. The pronunciation. Anyway, Bog Of Murk, or how you say her name. She transformed Glowbox into a frog with a potion, and hopefully it won't happen to us. Let's go into this area, see what we have in store. Oh look, it's Bog Of Murk. I'm like saying two B's. Bog Of Murk. Let's go in and fight her. And there's a cool thing you have to do. You have to punch the cauldron, which turns her or you into a frog. Only temporarily, of course. And if you turn around at the third punch and punch this potion, make a turn around, as I just did, you can skip a charge phase. I'm going to not skip this charge phase to show you what I mean. And this is kind of like a trick, so she'll charge because I didn't skip her phase. It's not a glitch, it's just using and speeding things up. And you turn into a frog look. Charming line there. So you just make sure you don't get hit by it. You can actually both transform into a frog or change into a frog, but of course that doesn't really achieve anything. You have to redo the phase again. So I failed to skip the phase. You have to turn her back, and then when she turns back you have to punch the potion, and then you end up with skipping a cycle. And if you do it well, you can basically skip all this charging animation. Let's carry on. Go through here because the gate or the door is opened. See what we have in store. Now, might seem strange. We have a mirror and we have Bog Of Murk. Oh dear, saying the name very well. You can collect all these gems. We're going to just jump in the mirror and finish the level. Bog Of Murk. It's amusing that I'm struggling to say a name. Oh well, it's not that much of an issue. Bog Of Murk. Oh well, I haven't practiced that. Okay. And here's our friend Glowbox again. Now, let's go. Oh look, we're wanted. Not wanted in the good sense. Wanted in that they will attack us and kill us sense. Capture us, like those pirates in Rayman 2 if you've played the game. So let's punch these. Finish the level. You can actually kick these hoodlums other than punching them. If you punch the right one, as you can see, they give you a power up, which is quite handy. So you'll see that you can use it to lower enemies to their death in the piranhas. It's a bit cruel, but we need to do that. Let's come up here. You don't actually have to punch these. You can time a jump to actually grab onto the mushroom. It's not that tricky. And then we got the lockjaw, as in the first. The second. The clearly forest part that we were playing earlier, the previous video. You chain these, you can get rid of him, or you can pass him in the murk. There is a Tinsy down there, but it's a pain to get out of with the helicopter or the copter power up. So let's just move on ahead and go to the next level. And the Bog Of Murk is actually quite short. I will explain something with the next fight, which is actually in the Bog Of Murk near the end of this, the next two levels. I will show you, although it is a speedrunning trick, it's technically not a glitch, so we will do it. And I'll show you how you're supposed to do it as well. Why not? So this can vary based on RNG. You can get these, I can't remember what they're called, these enemies that look like twigs or branches. Sometimes you get them to hit the hoodlum, sometimes they get punched or shot down by the hoodlum, and it makes it much easier because the power-up's instantly there for you. Punch these branches like in Rayman 2, and then follow along here. Now here's the thing that we normally do in a speedrun, which we're not going to do. We can actually punch these, and instead of using the power up, which we're going to do in a minute, we can swim over to that bridge at the end there with the hoodlum standing there on guard, and if we time it right we can jump so that the frames, the invincibility frames, are enough to land on the bridge, and then within a few seconds the invincibility frames reset. Hence speedrunning trick, but we're going to do it as intended. Watch these piranhas, you can punch them as well, as in Rayman 2. Get this power up. Oh, okay, that was a glitch, but not intentional. Fly over to here, or you can walk over. This is faster to fly or drop over. Punch these to lower the mushrooms, and then we're going to use this to punch the sleeping enemy to give us a power up. Another one, so that we can punch this enemy on stilts. Go there, punch these enemies, and there is actually a nice secret. If you go over here, we're not going to go to the secret, but you'll see if I turn the camera, there it is. I might die with this, just have to time it right. Punch these enemies. Now the cool thing is, you can do this. You can land on the top of this boat where the motor is, and oops, doesn't even have to be the top of this boat. Yo, what are we doing? And then you can hover and climb up there. The intended way is to come over here, get rid of this hoodlum. You don't actually need to, depending on what you've done. Use this lockjaw, this hook, which I finally remember what to say to describe the object. It is like a hook or a ring, whatever you want to call it. And using the lockjaw power up, you can latch yourself, attach yourself to it, and then get over to this platform and finish the level. Of course, there are faster ways to do this if you were doing a speed run, using horizontal super jumps, but we don't need to worry about that. I haven't even attempted that. Never managed to get one when I tried. A little attempt at it. Now, we can punch the enemies, but because it's an 90% run, why not land on this mushroom here, if we can. Grab onto this, we're going to the right, come over here, fly over to this area, which just got enough frames. If before we've got loads of frames, punch these enemies, got a guard here. Cage above gives you a green gem, 1,500 points, and then get this protect power up, turn around. I normally do this in a kind of fun run as well. There are other tricks for speed running. Climb up here. You can do this fast or slow. There's enemies that kind of go in between these, or you can use in straight mode. It's better with the lockjaw power up, which we'll get here. We need that to climb up to the next section. Easy. Fly over here, roll or whatever down here, then go back to where we saw the guard over here. We're not going to free all the cages because it's 90%. Fly over here, press jump so that he doesn't drop when you get lockjaw. I'm going to show you the intended because we're not speed running. Come over here, hit these enemies that we were all about earlier, twigs, branches. Once you've done it enough, you will get another power up, a vortex power up. Get rid of those enemies, punch these enemies, and the door should open for you without fail. And now we've come to the next boss. I've got the low battery on this controller. There we go. And I got a music glitch. Nice, did not intend to get that. Cool, let's go on to Razov then, his fight, which is coming up right now. So there's a cage you can get which can give you a green gem. Further in, there's also a Matov which is actually hidden. But if you come over here and kind of, you can manipulate him. So you can actually keep the fight on the stairs. I saw this from the runner. Just make sure you target him like this, and you can keep comboing a. We'll do that for a little bit, and then I'll show you what will actually happen if you play it the way that most people play it. You can actually finish the fight like this, because in the end what he's going to do is he's going to run away and he's going to come into this door here when the door opens, and then you can progress to the next part of the level and fight. I'm going to do it for a few more times just to show you how consistent and easy to set up is when manipulating the character. Kind of a trick. You can actually skip this boss completely in many different ways in speedruns, but we just doing. And depending on where he is, he'll do two things. He'll close the door. Actually, I've found myself in the room where there should be, if I'm in the right place. Yep. Do you notice the see this character here? Do you recognise him? Sesam from Rayman 2. Another Easter egg for you. So if we come over here, yeah, you can punch these to get lums or lums. If you're running low on health, come in here. Okay, depends on where you are. Just hide behind the statues. I'll show you this other cool thing in this room as well, which is this mirror. Don't really know why. If you stand here for a few seconds, maybe 10-15 seconds, he starts doing this weird animation, doing the grimace animation, which we don't actually use in this game until later on, so I won't spoil if you haven't played it. Right, I'm going to finish him from here then, because it's not far away. You've seen the main logistics of the fight, so let's go to the last part of the fight, down the like basement sort of thing. We go down here, collect some lums. You can just keep the fight here, and he's not playing ball. And that's quite funny because the next bit is on a wrecking ball. He's going to come here, isn't he? No, he's going to close that. Okay. Faster I run, the faster I die. I don't think that's quite right, but okay. And if you're not positioned properly, that happens. It's quite a big mansion. It's Razov's mansion. And what we do is... actually gone the wrong way, but that's fine. We need this. And there's that fight, part 1 done. So Razov trips over his gun because it's too wide and goes down into the basement. And actually in this room I'm going to show you the Matov, which is here, hidden. I might as well, I'm not going to show you them all, as I said before. And now he can't attack us until we go into the next phase of the fight. And with that we will have the Bog of Murk pretty much done, other than the fact that we have the Tinsy highway to go through to. So it's in the next world, not in this one. Am I confused myself? Yeah, probably. No, we go for a mirror, not a Tinsy highway. I knew I was getting it wrong there. Apologies for that mistake. So after this fight is pretty much it, and I'll show you the cutscene. Simply just punch him. Eventually you'll notice if you fall down, I'll show you what happens. So if you get hit and fall down, not to worry, there's a creature that will put you back on course. Hit a cage to get more life bar. As you can see, it's been extended right now. If you're running low or you want to get all the cages, make sure you put in strafe mode so you can get them in areas that you normally wouldn't be able to without it. Just do it as quick as you can. Try to punches. Red power up we're going to use for knocking him off his wrecking ball. Came in like a wrecking ball. Bad joke. And then at some point he will fall off his wrecking ball, and that will be that. And somehow Glowbox is somewhere. I don't actually know where, because I've tried to find him before. It's just a sound as opposed to an actual character on the map. Sound file. Yay. So you can see if you punch using strafe mode or attack mode, you can actually give more damage from quite far away. And if you time it right, you can actually make him avoid stomping this can and keep the can for the whole fight without a new one being placed down. But in this case, we're going to have to fight him normally. Doesn't matter, I don't have to do it perfectly, just have to explain what's going on. See, he told us his name. Now stay quiet for the cutscene.
Hey, Rayman. Oh, we're gonna get to the doctors. I think I have an idea.
And with that, guys, we're in our 4th world. We're making quite a lot of progress in this game. We're taking each part at a time, and as Glowbox is telling us, Land of the Living Dead is our next area. So we'll just pause it once he lands. That was surprisingly pretty quick. Obviously some of the levels are a little bit more longer than others, some of the worlds and the areas. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. That is part 3, the Bog Of Murk. And take care, see you in another video. Bye.